Imagine dedicating years of your life to a marriage, only to see it crumble before your very eyes. Picture a woman, radiant with happiness on her wedding day, her heart filled with hopes and dreams. She promises to love and cherish her partner, to build a life filled with joy and laughter. They share dreams of a future, a house filled with children's laughter, vacations to exotic locations, growing old together. But as the years roll on, the vibrancy of their dreams starts to fade. The laughter becomes scarce, replaced by the deafening silence of unspoken words. The arguments, once a rare occurrence, become a frequent visitor. The distance between them grows, not just in their king-sized bed, but in their hearts too. The promises made now seem like echoes of a distant past. The heartbreak is palpable as she watches the love of her life turn into a stranger. And just like that, the castle they built together fell apart. In the aftermath of the failed marriage, darkness loomed, swallowing her whole. It was a darkness that went beyond the absence of light. It was a void that consumed her, a black hole of despair where once there was love and laughter. She grappled with a profound sense of loneliness, a weighty solitude that seemed to press down on her chest, making it hard to breathe. Every day was a struggle, each dawn a reminder of her new reality. The simple act of getting out of bed became a battle, a war waged against the sheets, the pillows, and the relentless ticking of the clock. Tears were her constant companions, spilling onto her pillow as she tried to sleep, marking her cheeks in the harsh light of day. She felt like a ship adrift at sea, tossed by the waves of her emotions with no land in sight. In the mirror, she saw a stranger staring back at her, a ghost of the woman she once was. But even in the darkest night, a single star can guide you home. And so began her road to recovery, a journey that started within. She found strength in her own resilience, a resilience that had been there all along, obscured by the shadows of her past. She reached out for help, seeking the counsel of professionals who held up a mirror to her pain, allowing her to confront it, to understand it, to overcome it. Each day was a battle, each moment a test of her resolve. But she found joy in the small victories, the first time she laughed, the moment she felt hope flutter in her chest, the day she realized she could face the world again. Slowly but surely she began to heal, to reclaim her life from the clutches of depression. And then, one day, she stood tall, not as a broken woman, but as a beacon of hope for herself and others. She realized she was not a victim of her circumstances, but a survivor. From the ashes of her past, she emerged stronger, wiser. As she sifted through the rubble of her failed marriage, she uncovered invaluable lessons that would shape her future. In the depths of her despair, she discovered the importance of self-love, the foundation upon which all else is built. To love oneself is to understand one's worth, to acknowledge that it is not defined by the love one receives, but rather by the love one gives to oneself. Resilience, too, was a lesson hard learned. It was not about never falling, but rather about getting up each time she did. It was about facing the storm head-on and finding the will to push through. And in the midst of it all, she found hope, that tiny spark within that refused to be extinguished. She learned to stand alone, to find happiness within herself. It was a journey of self-discovery, self-love, and self-reliance. She was not defined by her failed marriage, but by the strength she found in its aftermath.